Hi, this is Steve O'Mooney, and you're listening to another production of the Four-Eyed Radio Network at foureyeradio.com.
This Four-Eyed Radio production is brought to you by America Joy Print Shop. All your printing needs taken care of in one convenient place. Visit americajoy.com for business cards, flyers, banners, decals, car wraps, and more. Visit americajoy.com.
Save file corrupted! Ah! Welcome to Save File Corrupted.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Yeah, it's good. It's great to be here. It is ultra.
Who are you again?
This is Prometheus.
This is BobbyBeatle.
Who are you?
I'm BobbyBeatle.
Oh, nice to meet you. Who's this other guy over here?
Yeah. I'm Agamemnon.
Oh, Agamemnon.
Yeah,
that's right.
So what's up, man?
Well,
What's up, guys?
we got a lot of stuff going on in the gaming world. We're about a month away from the release of the PS4. Yeah.
The other one, I think. There's like another one coming out, right?
Yeah, there's like a X-Bone or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
X-Bone. I like that. That porno needs to come out at the release date of Xbox One. Just the X-Bone.
Yeah.
The X-Bone.
X-Bunny.
It's like one of those games. It's like a Tamagotchi, but it's like with a dog. And you just feed it. Just feed it table scraps.
Dude, I hated Tamagotchis.
I thought that was the ultimate video game.
Like, they were the little pet things. The electronic,
those little keychain.
You can do that in GTA 5 as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can have like an app to take care of your dog.
Okay.
You don't feed it dies.
Yeah.
Come on, Chop.
Something like that. You can also do your stocks.
All I do with Chop is like I just throw the ball for him to catch. But I know like I want to make it so I can make it like an attack dog. So whenever I'm on missions, I can have it like attack people and bring me their weapons.
Can you name the dog?
No, it's already named Chop. Yeah. Dude, it would be cool with the other characters if you could get a new dog or just whatever. Like that was like a whole thing built into it.
Yeah. Sir Omnomnoms. Sir Omnoms.
Sir Nom 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 Nom.
That's cool. Have you been playing GTA 5 lately?
I haven't played it since I beat it, but the story mode is really good.
It's a little wacky, right?
Oh yeah, well it's GTA, so it's always pretty wacky. But the story is really good. It gets a little slow in the middle, but I thought it ended pretty well.
Nice. I actually played a scene, and spoiler alert, I played a scene where you have to torture this guy.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that was crazy.
Best part of the game.
Yeah, I had like the fucking whatever the jumper cable.
Oh yeah.
And the fucking the fucking monkey wrench,
You
the
just
fucking
hit him with
knee.
the balls.
Oh my, yeah, it was so bad.
Waterboard him. I thought it was funny because like they were like, "There's a disturbing torture scene of the game, and it's controversial, and I don't see why I have to play a torture scene." And I don't know. For me, it's like usually in movies and stuff. Like I don't know. I never liked torture.
Yeah.
Torture. It's not my thing. I like someone to have a fighting chance before you slay them in battle.
Honorably.
But I don't know. When I was playing the torture scene, I was like, well, I hope he doesn't die before I get to go through all the weapons, because I want to see everything I could torture him with. And like the only thing that really made me cringe was the pliers when you're ripping his teeth out. Yeah, because it's just like it would have been one thing if he just yanked it out, but he's like struggling to yank that thing at the root. So I was like, damn, I almost feel bad about that. And then I waterboarded him.
but I waterboarded him and I made it all better.
I washed all the blood out of his mouth.
It's like me when I pled Fable.
There's
no survivors.
Yeah. But it's a fun game. It's just funny because that's like the poster boy for like this is the violent video game. This is gonna make people run over and shoot everybody.
Yeah.
But it's a really smart game, and there's like so much like subtext, and there's so much like social commentary to it. That it's funny how it has that, and then on top of that, it does have that over the top violence and vulgarity and all that. But I don't know, it's an enjoyable game. It's definitely something I would recommend.
Cool.
I don't know if I would say it's Game of the Year. I still think Last of Us has those honors, but I wouldn't begrudge anyone if they felt that way, though.
Yeah.
Now, online, on the other hand, I'm a little disappointed with online.
Has it been polished up and everything?
I haven't played it in about a week, but the last time I played it, they had upgraded it significantly.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't have the problems that it had at launch and like the weeks following launch. Mm-hmm. But I feel like the missions are very lacking. Like every time I play, it's like deathmatch, team deathmatch, racing. It's like I don't give a shit about that. It's like if I want to play deathmatch, I'll play first-person shooter. If I want to race, I'll play fucking Need for Speed or.
Did you like that? Can you still do like the heists and everything like that?
Well, I know that they have some. I haven't had a chance to really do them, but it's just like because you have like a choice of 6 different missions, or 6 options, and then one will be a mission or whatever. And I know some unlock as you gain levels, But it's just like the whole reason why I want to play GTA Online is to do missions with other people. Mm-hmm. And it's just like that seems like those are the ones that are like few and far in between. Yeah. So I don't know. That's my main gripe. And then like I don't know. Like as much as I was an asshole in GTA 4 Online, like I'm kind of just like I'm more interested in doing missions. So when I see people, I'll just like drive away from them. I'm like I'm not trying to get killed. I'm not trying to kill you.
Yeah.
Until they cross me. Until they die.
Until you hear that bullet whiz by you, you're like, oh fuck.
Until you hear that bullet's whistling. You got nipped.
Just nipped.
That's when the car just comes to a screeching halt. You just turn around.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Like, someone would ram me, and I'm like, all right. So then I'll just hit the handbrake, do like the 180 turn, just pop them through the window and kill them. And then you can do a thing. At least when I was playing, it kept messing up. But you just highlight the characters so you can find them anywhere on the map. And I did that to one guy because he killed me for like he did some shit that pissed me off. And so I'm tracking this dude through the whole map. Like I'm gonna kill this dude when I find him. And then it leads me to this guy, and it said like paused. So it was like it's not really like a worthy kill, but I figured it was the same guy. So I just went up. He was like sitting in his car. I just went up to the windows, pop, 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 killed him. And then I see the name across. Like that's not even the right guy. Like I was so pissed.
Yeah, you can put bounties on them.
Yeah.
To make them highlighted and shit. Well, it'll be highlighted for like everybody to like buy out a bounty for like some person, and like everybody will go try to collect that money.
Yeah, pretty much when I level up and I get a better gun, that's all I really want to do is just hunt people, hunt them for sport. But one of the last multiplayer map that I had played that pretty much made me like just not want to play anymore. So I was playing and like most people are like mid level, like I'm like maybe a level 10 or something. Some people at most are like 20. There was one guy who was like level 42. And this is like within like the first couple of weeks of the game. This guy always been grinding at it. And so you can only unlock certain weapons as you get certain levels. So I have like a freaking Uzi and a shotgun and a shitty pistol. The guy has a fucking A12. So I run up to him, I'm trying to shoot him, he just turns pop, I'm dead. Son of a bitch. Like he kept killing me, and finally after that round was over, I'm like, I'm done. I'm gonna play something else. I'm gonna read a book. Alright? I'm gonna read a fucking book. I'm done with this game. I haven't looked back since.
So you officially done with the game?
No, I'm gonna play some more. It's just not as fun. We don't have people on. Yeah. But once I put together a crew, we'll find him.
You know, I'm kind of hoping I'll get the game like around Christmas time.
Oh yeah.
And then we can do a Christmas crew.
Yeah. Yoo-hoo, Christmas crew. The jingle bells will be the sound of our guns.
Smoking, non-smoking areas.
Or as they say in the adult film world, crew khaki.
Yeah. We get fluffers.
We get butthole cleaners.
There's just the one. There's only one fluffer in crew khaki.
Oh, we got a dark butthole over here. Gotta clean this up.
Someone get the hose. Oh man,
that's so nasty. You gotta put a hose like right up the butthole, flush it out, get any dead things that are in there.
All these hamsters and gerbils come rushing out. Well, anyway, speaking of dirty buttholes, Beyond Two Souls.
Yeah, what about it?
I don't know. I heard people have been trashing the game.
Yeah, it's really I have a lot of fun with it. There's a fucking scene like towards the beginning. I mean, to put it simply, like the game itself, like when you get in, it has like the loading screen. It says like prologue at like the very right. Yeah. And then there's like a whole big timeline in between.
Gotcha.
So it just randomly puts you like in any one of those parts. Not randomly, but you know, whatever the game wants you to put. But like you'll start like a random point like over here, and it's called like CIA or something, and you go through her time when she was in the CIA, or then it goes back to like, you know, imaginary friend. That's what the chapter is called, you know, and it goes back to like when she's like 5 years old when she first, you know, whatever. Stuff like that. So you play it randomly, like just random points. It's cool to like play in different aspects like that.
Yeah.
I just like no real discerning storyline.
Gotcha.
You just play different parts of her life. There's no like ongoing story
besides
the fact that you're just playing a person that's growing up with this. You're not even playing growing up as her because you're just doing random parts. Yeah, because you play in like future parts where you know you're in the CIA, you're doing all this cool shit, and then like you know when you're younger, it's like fucking with you and. You know, you get to crazy situations. So you basically just do kind of like the same scenarios each time, just in a different time period. So yeah, it could be a little boring, but like actually playing it, like it looks really good, and it's like it's really fun. And like the gameplay, they're like more polished than what Heavy Rain was.
I see.
But Heavy Rain was all around better, I think, just because it had better story. Well, not all around better.
It actually had a story.
Yeah. It had a fucking fantastic. It was the game got all of its awards because of its story.
Yeah.
You know. And then, but like the gameplay is much more polished than Heavy Rain, and it's really fun. So instead of like doing like these weird motions to do certain things, you press the direction that she's going. You like when she's like when her animation is mostly going to the right. There's no like heads up display telling you stuff. It just goes into slow motion, and you see her arm going up. So you press up, and then she does it. So that way, which makes the fighting system really really cool because you're just playing the cutscene. They're gonna do what they're gonna do, and so like some person will like go from the top and go down with a chair, and then you have to press up, you get the chair, or you press right, you go to the right, and then like it shows her throwing a punch, like a counter punch, and then you got to press the direction of the punch. You do that, so it's really cool.
Yeah.
It's like really fucking intense. And there's this part where you're doing like that kind of stuff, like on top of a train while it's going like full speed. It just reminded me of Uncharted.
Oh, nice.
Where, like you're running on a train, and you're like fighting people that keep like crawling up the sides.
Oh yeah,
it's fucking awesome. So you're just playing this chick with like really fucking like badass training, it's like in CIA, and while you're playing Ellen Page, and the only thing I don't like about it is like Ellen Page's style, right? Like her dress, like her dress style, the jeans and like they're all like designer, like tore up, just like her whole kind of ensemble. They make that in there, so like she'll be like a bum. There's a part where like you're her as a hobo, like a stylish looking like hobo,
cutest, most gorgeous hobo you've ever seen.
So a hipster?
Exactly. Every scenario, I'm not even joking. Every scenario you're in, you're like a hipster version of what that is, and it's it's just true. Like, but like it kind of takes me out of it. It's like, well, how does she have this whole wardrobe for like this specific situation or something like that? This is like, and then she has like the fucking you're like in the desert and you're just like. Got a T-shirt on and like the same intentionally ripped jeans. I don't know how you like. They look like intentionally ripped jeans when you're a hobo. It's like, what the fuck? Anyways, that's not nice. She didn't get you that mad. She looks good. The style is really cool, and it's just the fact that she's wearing that stuff. It's just like, well, like how the nice designer hobo jacket. And she has like the undone boots, but like doing it on purpose, like Dante and Devil May Cry 3, like where they're like unzipped and shit. Like that, so that annoys me every time I get in the game. Just like, why do I look this good?
Like, everything's too stylish.
It's Ellen Page, but it's like Ellen Page's take on style for this certain situation, which is cool. It looks really good. Anyways, it's really small, but like I said, there's really no discerning story. So whenever you're like you play it, you get really into it, and then you put it down, and like when I come back the next day. Like I have no motivation to start up that game again. Like I know I should finish it, and I still haven't finished it. But like whenever I think about playing it to finish it, I'm just like, I don't.
Nothing's
really
drawing you in because there's no story where you're like, oh, what happens next?
Like I can be like on the select on the PlayStation, like nothing's just drawing me like to start it up. It's like I want to beat it, but like nothing in my brain tells me that I want to dedicate time to this game. You know what I mean? And like it rather me play Third Strike and practice combos and just like not even that because I love fighting is like I really want to beat it, but like I really. Don't want to dedicate time because I feel like I'm going to be bored. And like, don't get me wrong, there's cool shit that you can do, but I feel like you do get into those same scenarios each time. Like, you do something, you get overwhelmed, you got to have Aiden, the friendly ghost, to take care of you and stuff, which is the point of the game, but it's kind of like all you do. You just play her in different situations at different times in her life, and you talk to Willem Dafoe the whole time because he's like he's a doctor that you've been with your whole life because you've always been quarantined for this gift, and he works for like the CIA portion of like the paranormal CIA division, or the paranormal division of the CIA. So he's a doctor, he's a professor. So he takes care of you and stuff, and he studies you, and you've lived in this bunker your whole life, just like the CIA building. So you go through that, and then you possess people, and like when you get into it, it's really fucking awesome. I'll just describe one part. Definitely spoilers again, but it happens through the whole game, so it's just a mechanic. Basically, there's this part where like, you go to a bar, and like you're supposed to meet like your friends there in quotations. He doesn't really have friends. They just told like some girl that are at school, told her to meet at this bar because they're gonna have get together and drink and stuff, And so she lives in a bunker. She doesn't live like normal kids, So she's like, "Can I go out?" They're like, "Don't let her go out." So you like possess the guy like behind the desk. You get him to drive you out and stuff, So, anyways, you get there, and then blah, 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 and they see this girl. Obviously, they tricked you. Like, there's nobody there except for, like, it's like a rundown dive bar for, like, bikers. And so, obviously, it's like, she's like, start playing pool, and some guy just like, what's up, baby? What's up, 15-year-old girl? Like, whatever.
You're like a really fashionable hobo.
Yeah, like, what are you
right.
doing? Like, obviously, she's out of place, because she's like, well, like, at this point, she's like 15, and she just gets out. She's like all goth. She's like going to like a goth phase.
I
So it's
see.
like Ellen Page's take on a goth person.
Yeah.
So you like that, like a mini
She's
skirt, and like
really, really
fishnets,
adorable.
and like the fish gloves. Yeah, like really adorable, like the blue eyeshadow and all this shit.
Yeah.
Anyways, you're in there, obviously pick a fight with her. The obvious result, they put her over the table like they're gonna rape her or something, you know. So they put her over, and then she fucking just like gets decked in the jaw because she punches the guy to defend herself. And he just fucking lays her out, just fucking in the jaw. And so, like, she's like, like that. She's, like, passing out. So you go as Aiden. You, like, press Y, and you can go into the ghost at any time. Or the entity, not a ghost. But then you go to the entity, and then, like, you're looking over everything, you know? You're invisible. That's, like, the coolest thing in the game is being Aiden.
Yeah.
So you go out, and you see everything. Nobody can see you. And so you just fuck with the whole environment. Like, you get a chair, and you throw it at them. Like, what the fuck was that? And then you, like get it, like, the fucking lights above and, like, take it out, and it just fucking falls on them.
Nice.
And then, like, all of a sudden, like you throw a chair at somebody and like the fucking leg will like go through and they're like, oh shit, and then like they start running for the door and stuff, and it starts getting really, really dark, you know.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh shit, like you can let them go and they're going for the door and like, oh fuck no, you like close the
Being
door.
Beetle, I'm gonna close it.
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna throw a pool table in front of the door.
Well, yeah, like the fucking doors are closed, right? They're like, "Oh, I can't get out," and then like they turn around and you like fucking like throw something at them, like "Grrr," like that, and then you just like fucking like you fuck with everything, right?
Yeah.
And you just like they're just getting hit in the head, getting thrown around. Like you just like toss like fucking bottles at them and shit. Like it's not as free reigning as you would think. You can't just pick
I
up
see.
something. It's like you have to select the interactable objects that they tell you to. You know, so it's not as free as you would think.
Gotcha.
But there's a bunch of stuff you don't have to do them all. But there's only certain interactable things.
Oh, I see.
There's only so much you can do, which is a little gay. Basically, when you do it, it's just really cool, you know. So you're like throwing people against stuff. You're pushing the pool table, like
Yeah.
sandwiches the person, like breaking their ribs and shit.
Nice.
And then like they're still trying to get out, and then like you know Ellen Page is still passed out in the thing. She's like, I didn't stop. Like stop it right now. You're going too far. And then like you like when people glow orange, you can possess them and they either possess them to do certain things, right? You don't really control them. You just possess them to do a certain action. You
Yeah.
just trigger an action that you can do. So you possess this guy, and then he reaches out from behind the bar counter, pulls out the shotgun from the bar, and then he just like they turn around. He's like, "Fred, what are you doing?" He's like, "Boom!" Blast the dude.
Nice.
And then you blast the other dude, and he just turns it on himself and just blasts himself in the face.
Oh my God.
So from that one guy fucking with you, everybody in the bar is dead, and you're just like, "Well, you're like, oh my God." I'm like, "What the? Yeah, that was fucking awesome."
Yeah, let's do it again.
This is a
To the
video
bar
game right
next
here.
door.
Not that dark, but literally because it's like that's really the only thing you do, and not just because I like fucking killing everybody in every game. But it's like that's literally what you do. You walk around as Ellen Page. You get, they even have a combat system where you have like cover, you have guns, and then you do your hand to hand. So being her
I
is
see.
awesome. But it's usually like you're her. You get into some situation, you switch to Aiden, you solve it, and that's it.
Gotcha.
You just do that in every situation.
Rinse, repeat.
It literally is rinse and repeat. I haven't beaten it, but I don't see it changing very
Yeah.
much. Like that's like what the game. That's like how their gameplay is.
Mm-hmm.
Like they create great because they're always like different scenes. Yeah. You get like a crazy because they like rip open a portal like to that entity's to the dimension of where those entities live.
Yeah.
And so like that shit breaks loose and they all just like fucking killing everybody. There's a bunch of Aidens running loose.
Nice.
Like Aiden's like the nice one. He just like
It's still killing everyone.
yeah, because he protects the human.
Yeah.
And so she's the only human with like this gift. So anyways, you get into situations like that, like when she's a teenager, when she first meets friends. So you go over all like the major parts. When she goes to school, when she's a kid, when she first finds out. When she's a teenager, when you go to your first dance, when you meet your first friends. It's just all about you. It's all about those situations, but being Ellen Page with a weird entity.
Yeah.
So it's not really interesting. And it's
Gotcha.
very predictable when you're going through stuff. You're like, oh, well, I'm not going to die here. So you don't really get like nervous or scared or It's not like Heavy Rain where you're 4 different characters, and if you fuck up something, that character dies, that story's over.
Yeah,
Go to the
yeah.
next person, Like, you don't have that here. You're just like, I fucked up so many times, and literally the same outcome came out.
Yeah.
Like I've been in the middle of this fight where this guy's trying to kill you, So if this guy kills you, like, the game's not going to end. So the guy's not going to kill you.
Yeah.
You know? There's no really warning. You just miss that hit. Like, when you try to block, like, him doing a chainsaw, right? You don't block it, or then you fail, but then he just misses. or some stuff like that, you know? So it's not
weird.
Like, it's not like Heavy Rain where you're fucking like, I forget their names, but, you know, you're young Fox Mulder or whatever. You're the FBI dude. And you're like, you know, in this fight out with the junkyard, you know, with that black dude. I think you've seen that demo, whatever.
Yeah.
Where you find the junkyard. So if that guy kills you, you're like, yeah. FBI guy died,
man.
and they worked that into the fucking story. It's like, well, he died, like, and that part of the story never gets, like, whatever his impact was in the story, that doesn't happen. It impacts it in a whole new way.
Gotcha.
You know, you're just like, oh shit, like, damn. And this, you're like,
I wish I didn't go to the junkyard.
yeah, right.
or well, that's just, yeah, exactly. It's kind of like that. Like,
brought my
well, you have to go to the junkyard, but like. If you're like me, you're like, fuck, and you just like immediately exit the game before it auto saves and then go back and like redo it again.
He was born in a pool of gasoline. That's one mean cat.
That cat is indestructible. But yeah, like Heavy Rain, just like that's what it was good for. You know, you're just like shit. Like everything you did in Heavy Rain literally had an impact.
Yeah,
it changed the story. I feel like they didn't take any of that time to the story in this one. They just got Ellen Page, they got Willem Dafoe. Both of them are fucking great, by the way. Like they're both awesome. But like, there's nothing to back them up, you know.
Yeah,
it's a terrible. Like, it's not a terrible story. I wouldn't call it a story. It's a situation. The whole game is a situation. You are a character who has an entity as a friend.
Yeah,
that's what it is. And then you just play different portions.
Is there a scene where Willem Dafoe just says, "Avenge me"?
I'm sure there is.
Avenge me.
I'm sure there. Yeah. No, he just like sad, panicked Willem Dafoe the whole movie. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? You got this. You're just scared. You have to use these powers. Yeah. He just shut the fuck up. No, he's really good.
Does he ever say nameology?
Oh, he actually says symbology.
Symbology.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
He actually does. I just think that was towards the beginning.
Nice. Well, is there something good out of him?
But was it like tongue in cheek, or was it like?
I think it was tongue in cheek.
But did it feel tongue in cheek, or was it just like, oh hey?
No, because I definitely I forget what the context was, but I just remember like hearing it and be like, oh Willem. Like I'm pretty sure they put it in there because of that. I just remember like me thinking that as soon as he said it.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure it was in there really well. The graphics are fucking crazy. They're good. They're fucking awesome. That's probably what they spend most of their time on.
Yeah.
But also, Heavy Rain had insane graphics.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy. But if you compare it to Heavy Rain, it's not a good game. If you compare it, it feels like a standalone game. It's a cool experience, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like watch and repeat, and like I said, the whole thing's like a situation more than a story. That's just my 2 cents.
So there's no really point in like playing through.
There's nothing to invest in.
Yeah.
I mean, you have like. One last thing about the game. When you're a hobo, I gotta go back to the hobo thing. You live in like a perfect world of hobos. You meet this hobo guy.
It's a hobotopia.
You pass out on the street, right? Like some hobo. I'm not saying that there's not nice hobos in the world, but there's like a really nice guy, right? He helps you. He takes you back to his hobo place. And
his hobo lair.
Yeah, he does. He has a hobo lair.
Nice.
Like he has like it's like under a bridge.
It is the Hall of Hobos.
It's vast caverns.
It is. I'm not even joking. That's what I'm mad about. So he goes to like this place. He has a nice place under the bridge, right? What hobo doesn't? He got a nice place under the bridge. But it's like it's like they have like I forget like those maintenance stores that they have like under some bridges where they have like a maintenance room. Well, you go through that and it's like a whole big part under the bridge. So it's like in the underpass. So basically, it's like a big gate, right? So it holds like everybody has like their own corner, basically. So he takes Ellen Page to his hobo corner, and he has like a mattress and like cardboard stuff for walls and stuff like that. And then he has like neighbors like
cubicles.
They're just open cubicles. I'm not even lying. They're open cubicles, and he has like that's my neighbor. He's a drunk, and he's a little bit crazy sometimes, but he's good. And this guy, he's a crack addict, but, he never hurts anybody. And this chick is pregnant, and then, like, stuff like that. And he's like, you don't do crack, do you? Because we don't want that kind of stuff over here and be messing with it. I was like shut the fuck up. And he's like, yeah, you're, like, justifying these people. And, like, there's, like, a crack addict. There's, like, an old racist person. And there's a pregnant chick that made bad decisions that you're supposed to feel for them.
Yeah.
Like and this guy's like, I got divorced, and now I'm homeless. I'm not even lying. That's his story. He got divorced, he got depressed, and now he's homeless. And so, like, he's just like the nicest fucking hobos ever.
Yeah.
It's just like I'm not denying that there's like a group of nice hobos, but they have like a nice pad. They never get bothered. They got mattresses. They got grills. They got food. They live right across the street from a fucking supermarket.
And now they got Obamacare.
They drive in Levos.
Dude,
they got jetpacks.
they literally would. Fucking Hobo Ellen Page got designer coats.
Yeah, I was going to say, they have all the designer gear.
Nice little ripped gloves,
The Abercrombie and Fitch hobo collection.
Suede hats.
She's got the one fingerless glove and the one full glove with a different color.
Stylish.
But they're still nice.
Kids.
It's all form-fitting,
Kids are really into that these days.
Yeah.
I just hate the whole hobo thing.
Like, what is this place?
Like, I literally,
Ellen,
I didn't know what they were
welcome
trying to
to
tell me,
Zion.
that whole thing. Oh, she was in a bad place at that time. I was like, not really. It's kind of badass place to be.
Yeah, right.
Like, if I was going to be a hobo, and that was a pretty sweet setup.
They got wood floors, hardwood floors,
They literally do.
shag carpets.
Dude, cardboard floors.
Yeah. The walls are like cardboard.
Yeah,
No, they are
everything.
cardboard.
Yeah, it's so...
Cardboard and linoleum.
Like teenagers, go and pick on them. Gotta protect them.
Oh, man.
I hated that whole thing. I didn't hate it. Like, it was fun. It's fun beating up people at any time of the day, but just, I didn't understand
There's
the
the
point.
aspect of that storyline.
Yeah, like, she's in a bad place. She's like, oh, you don't want to know what I've been through. Oh, you have a gift. I don't know who you are, but you got a gift, little girl. You got a real gift. You let me talk to my dead wife. You did. He's just, like, crying and shit. He's just like, thank you for that. Because he, through the entity, you can communicate with the dead or whatever. They just do sex that shit, whatever.
His wife was like, I cheated on you. Bye.
Yeah, basically. Not really, but, it's supposed to be loving
There's
and
nothing
stuff.
you can do.
So he starts tearing up, right? He starts crying because he's talking to her. He's like, "Oh, thank you. That's exactly what I needed." And then this whole emotional thing, and then you go back to just being a hobo again.
Yeah.
Wait, am I drunk?
No. This is what I'm about to say. After that whole thing, and then you just you go back to just doing the chapter, right?
Yeah.
And so you're just so you're gonna pick yourself off your feet? Is anybody gonna get out of this hobo? Then the chick that's having a baby starts having a baby, and then you go to this fucking building, and then you deliver the baby, and the building gets sets on fire, and then you gotta jump out the third floor like the fucking Matrix style.
Nice.
That's all pointless.
Oh, my God.
I didn't.
So what happened to the baby and the lady?
You gave birth. You have no. You gave birth, and she pulled it out. She's like, I've never done this before. But then you're like, oh, got it, good. Yeah, and just get the blankets and shit. We need to get everything we need, and then you bust into a supermarket. You break into the supermarket with Aiden.
Yeah.
And you go in there. The guy's like, let's just take what we need to get a blanket and one thing of milk and one really? They're not gonna. They're gonna ransack that shit.
Yeah.
God.
Well, even so, at least you're gonna run out of milk. At least stock up. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
And you don't get milk for newborn; you get formula.
Well, they got formula, whatever. They got one of everything.
They're hobos. They don't know that,
They got,
right?
Yeah, formula lasts a week and a half at best.
Well, they got one of everything. Is the point? It's they got one blanket. They got whatever. They got.
This guy's gonna rob them every week.
He just,
hey, we're back.
He just went in. He got one paper
if
bag
the
of
mother-
that was half full.
And mother's milk is better for you than anything.
Well, she was a hobo. She had hobo milk.
She had
I'm
crack
sure she
in her-
drinks. I'm sure she eats a lot of soup.
She had crack in her milk.
Oh, well then that's probably not a good.
Ellen
No,
was
she said she never touched it. Why are you homeless in the first place? If you're a nice person, you wouldn't be pregnant and under a bridge right now.
She's just like the IRS.
Yeah, right.
They garnish my wages.
Yeah. They gave me this nice apartment under the bridge.
So go forth and create baby.
Yeah, not a single cop in the fucking patrolling that whole area.
Yeah.
At night, there's literally nobody.
No utility company actually owns.
Yeah,
that shack.
right.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. They never come by to check. Oh yeah, we got to fix this. What are you guys here doing?
Dude, if you literally walk, if somebody walked through that door, it's a community of hobos, and they're like, shit.
They're just they just close the door and slowly back out. They start putting cement on the door, they start bricking it up.
And these two goes, well, I was telling my wife, chomping on her donuts, if she wanted to leave so bad, she could go ahead and. This is a city of hobos down here.
I would be scared. I'd be like,
I got to tell the papers.
you take 2 steps back. It just closes it and just I'm just going to call in to work today.
Yeah, right. I came down with hoboitis.
Or just go immediately to the cops, like, can you clear out this whole thing of hobos?
Guys go there, start shooting
We
everybody.
got some hobos down
They don't
here.
even open the door. Like, they just stick their hand and just start firing. Okay,
Sir,
I
we
think
need you
they're
to
all
leave.
dead.
What? Are you resisting? Shoot him in the head.
He's resisting.
Anti-hobo repellent.
Like the
Call them bullets.
like the what do you call it? Pepper spray. Cop.
Yeah.
Just like they're all peaceful protesters.
They just throw in like the freaking
Wish.
pepper ball grenade.
Yeah. They put a stealth mechanic in there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I don't know if it works.
so you can sneak.
Because
away
I
from
keep
hobos.
trying it, and it just, the game wants you to do
There's
what
he is.
the game wants you to do what it wants you to do, you know?
Yeah.
You sneak past that.
I've
you're
heard
fucking,
that. I've
you're
heard that
fucking
gripe.
pro shit like me. All right?
Punky style.
I sneaked the shit out of Last of Us. How I got through that game.
Yeah.
I sucked at fucking shooting. all I wanted, because I suck at shoot, like the third person shooters.
Yeah.
So like I went through that. I was always like get my aimer up, with the shotgun. The shotgun you can get everybody. But like you fucking like any other weapon, I'd be like whoop, and like it would like whiz right by their ear. They get closer, I'd be like, all right, point blank, still go over their head.
Oh, man.
So that whole game I depended on stealthiness and sneaking, right? That's how I got through Last of Us. Then I get through this stealth system. All right, I got this. Thank you. And the game just still wants you to do what it wants you to do. Oh, you still need to. You need to get into a confrontation with this guy.
Yeah.
You can't pass him out. Go back.
You shall not pass. Yeah, that is a pretty bold statement because your stealth is definitely up to par. But it's like, for like you not to be able to be stealthy in a game,
It's like,
I've
'cause
seen
some parts,
your
like,
work.
Take out this one guy. Take out this one guy. Oh, you gotta take out everybody. Oh no, but for the actual story, you're not supposed to take out that guy.
Nah.
Fuck you then. Like don't put the mechanic in this because
Yeah,
it's useless.
that's fucking lame.
It's useless. Yeah, I'll just be Aiden then and just like kill everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, not that you can't target this guy. He's not interactable.
That's
fuck you.
fucking lame. Yeah, that's just lazy.
You know what I'm talking about? Like how?
Yeah.
Like they don't want you to do that, so they didn't plan for it very well. So just like made it non-interactable.
Wow.
It's like, fuck you.
Yeah, that's awful. Yeah. Just that alone is like a testament to like the fact that it just kind of seems like it's kind of sloppily thrown together. Like you said, it seems like they spent all their money on Ellen Page, Willem Dafoe, and the graphics.
Exactly, that's what it was. Because you look at Heavy Rain, and that like one of the biggest stuff like everybody's heard about Heavy Rain. Like you can brush your teeth in Heavy. Like you brush your teeth, you drink coffee, and then you turn on the light switch. You look at the clock. You look at your refrigerator. You look at your notes. You interact. You turn on the TV. You turn off the TV. Pick up the remote. Like, I started respecting all of that shit. Like, all the little things that you can interact with that serve no purpose is awesome, And then, like, when they actually want you to progress with the story, they let you progress however the fuck you want.
Yeah.
You're just like, that is awesome, And this one, they did spend all their money on the actors, and the graphics are amazing, but when you look at Heavy Rain, like, the graphics, it makes the Heavy Rain graphics not all that good. So it's really good looking. But Heavy Rain, you're still like, it's got all the little shit that make you let you enjoy it, You're just like, fuck yeah, I want to go to the bathroom and just brush my teeth before I go to bed. Yep.
Ooh,
you just do this. You do the. You just go left and right with the 6-axis controller.
like sawing.
Yeah,
That's
good.
funny.
Yeah, and then he'll like when he wakes up the next morning, he'll be like, "Oh, I got a fresh breath." If not, he'd be like, "Oh, I got to brush my teeth." Like, yes, thank you.
Got halitosis.
Oh, I gotta go to the dentist.
Well,
Yeah, right.
I remember from Heavy Rain there was kind of a controversial scene that included a shower and naked images.
Oh yeah.
And apparently this developer has not escaped it with Beyond Two Souls. And apparently that they leaked images, I guess it's from the debug console, and there's like a scene where Ellen Page's character is taking a shower, and you can actually turn the camera around and see her naked.
Oh wow.
So they made like a whole controversy, and like Sony put out a statement, and there was like, let me see exactly what they said. They're like, these images are from an illegally hacked console, and it's very damaging for Ellen Page. It is not actually her body, and we would really appreciate it if you'd take down the story and end the cycle of discuss around this. Well, obviously, we're not going to do that.
It's definitely her body. I mean,
Well, that's the thing, though. It's like, they're like, oh, it's very damaging. But it's like, well, it's not like they did the motion capture on her body when she was naked.
Yeah.
It's like, well, it's obviously, whoever designed it was like, oh, that'd be awesome if we just actually rendered nipples. Because if it's something
that's all they did. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause it's something you don't even see in the game, like
Yeah.
when you regularly progress. So it's just funny that they actually like whoever was doing the program took the time to be like, all right, well, let's actually put some stuff here and
Let's
here.
put some muff on her box.
yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Let's give her a muffin button.
Yeah. I guess so, because I remember shower scenes for both of the games. The first one, was completely nude, and the second one, it was just like the chin up. It was like nothing. Or like the back of the shoulders. Like
I have a
nice
strict
shoulders.
no shoulder in the shower
It's
contract.
just like a hair
contract.
follicle. I guess that belongs to her.
The point you're showering, all right?
But I just thought it was funny. It was just like, I don't know. I think Sony just made themselves look even worse.
Yeah.
I think it probably drew even more attention to it than just like a few people were like, "Oh, hey, I can
They
see
probably
it."
did because like Heavy Rain, like the shower scene with like the chick, like yeah, she was naked.
Yeah.
But like it was literally like you didn't really care that much because
Yeah.
she was naked. You saw boobs. It's kind of like when you see Chun-Li's boobs in Street Fighter. You're just like, oh yeah, see the boobies.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Street Fighter 2,
Move
the
on to a
animated
Vega
series.
fight.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It's like, yeah, I like those titties. And you go back, and then it just immediately moves on. You know, it's kind of how it was in there. You're like, you see him for a brief moment. And he's like, oh yeah, sweet.
Hey, you're
nice.
like,
You're like,
moving on.
You're like, nice set. Now I know what they look like. So I can concentrate on everything else now.
So that's a great story element.
Yeah, yeah, right. It just wasn't. I guess what I'm trying to say is it just wasn't distracting.
Yeah.
But like, I could see how Ellen Page wouldn't want to have her.
I think it's well, that's the whole thing. Is like Ellen Page herself hasn't even like made a statement like, "Oh, this is terrible."
Yeah.
Is this Sony trying to be the White Knight, but making themselves look even worse because they're trying to make it seem like, oh, well, they're kind of trying to make it seem like someone else like put that in there when it's like your developers are the ones that did that. You know, if you're gonna scold anyone, scold them. Be like, all right, the third game we make, let's not have the person naked in the shower. Or they just make them never nudes.
The cut off jeans.
Yeah.
Be great.
You know, it would be funny if Ellen Page came out and she's like, that is my body and I'm very proud of it. I want this in every copy.
You wish that to happen?
Yes.
Then you would buy it?
Well, I might play it anyway, but yeah, I probably would buy it. Maybe. I don't know. From what you said, I don't know, because then I'll be trying to interact. It's like, oh, you can't interact with this part.
It's just like you won't notice it until like after the fact, where you're just like, well, they really didn't give me much options.
Yeah.
You know? It's like the same thing with your item and stuff. You have to look for like the little blue dots. Like, okay, what can I interact with? It's not like, the world's your playground.
Mm.
It's like, okay, I have like these 5 things that I can do.
I see.
And it'll probably give you enough time to do like 3 out of 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, okay. Like I said, it's really fun like when you're playing,
Yeah.
It's like, you literally like see all the gripes and stuff like after you play it and you look back on it, you're just like, well, it really didn't give you much options to do much else. Mm-hmm. And you can like literally intentionally fail something. Yeah, it might turn out a little bit different and stuff, but the point is like you're never going to fucking just eat it.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Like, oh, they're going to catch you. Oh, you're going to get out. Because they want you to get to the next part of the story. Mm-hmm. They're not going to impede you. Not Heavy Rain. Because I think it's because they start you off at random points because they're not really telling a story. They're just like making you do certain points. Mm-hmm. So they don't have to do the part where it comes out with a different ending.
Yeah.
That whole scene that you just played for that part is over. Mm-hmm. And they got through it the way they wanted you to. So
I think it's unfortunate because it sounds like it had a lot of potential.
Yeah, there's just not a big picture.
Yeah, if they would have just made it like a regular game where it has a narrative and it's like, here's the beginning, here's the end. It sounds like that would have eliminated like the vast majority of problems because it would have forced them to actually have consequences for the actions. Yeah. It's like, well, you can't just die here and then like the game doesn't end. I mean, I think they would actually have to make it work because that would have been interesting too. If like each. Well, they still kept the chapters, but each chapter actually had an effect on the next chapter. Yeah. So, like, I don't know, if you got beat up, it's like, oh, you're in the next chapter, you only got one eye,
The thing is that it doesn't. It just has predetermined chapters to play, It's basically like when you play it, since they don't put you in any certain order, they put you in an intentional order, but it's just random as far as the time period goes.
Yeah.
It's like you just go to a character or the chapter select screen after you beat a game, and you're just playing in that order.
Yeah.
Like things that you do in that chapter probably won't affect the big picture because you're just gonna go back to the main menu anyways.
Gotcha.
Pretty much how it is.
Well, that is unfortunate.
Yes, but the gameplay is more polished and better than Heavy Rain. So you'll have when you're in the game, the graphics are great and the gameplay is great.
Yeah,
like those two things, they're great. Just don't expect. Okay, the gameplay mechanics are great. Okay, the gameplay mechanics are great. I'll have some gripes with Aiden because the movement is a little bit weird.
I see.
But the gameplay mechanics and the graphics and stuff are on point.
Gotcha.
As far as like how they put a restriction on some stuff, that's pretty ass. But as far as the way it plays and the graphics, it's top notch.
And on top of that, a naked Ellen Page.
Yes,
it's the cherry on top. Now it's like that knocks it from a D to a C minus. But yeah.
Oh, that was my fucking hour-long run.
So moving
Sorry
on.
about that. Yeah, move on, you guys.
We'll have to tighten up the last few minutes of the
Sorry
podcast.
about that.
No, that's all good. So Flower, Flow, Sound Shapes, and Escape Plan, which are all PS3 exclusive PSN games.
Mm-hmm.
will be porting over to PlayStation 4.
Flower.
Oh,
Who'd you pay off, Jay?
I know, right?
I don't know.
To get Flower
That's
in
great news.
PS4.
Now, just need to find out that Journey's going to be the other one.
Ooh, I saw you playing Journey the other day.
Yeah,
is it good?
It's incredible.
Ooh, incredible. That's all I've heard about that
Dude,
game.
okay.
Is that it's incredible.
You like scarves?
Let me explain to you.
Do I?
Journey.
Explain.
For those who don't already know.
You might want to get a snack.
I know
I
a good amount.
I was fortunate because Prometheus gave me $20 PlayStation money for my birthday, and I bought Journey with it.
Nice.
And I hadn't played it till last week, like Tuesday or Wednesday, because there was literally had nothing else to do. I think it was Tuesday, and so I sat down. I played some Journey. The game in total takes maybe less than 3 hours to beat.
Okay.
And there's no real bad guys. There's no fighting or combat system. It's literally just you're walking. There's a journey.
See, if I heard that from any other game, I would be like, "Why is this a video game?
Yeah.
You can't fight people?
So you beat the
Kill
game,
people?
and I was just mad because
Look in their eyes."
at the end you basically
Before
just
you stab
die. You just die at the end of the game. It's basically all it is.
Oh, yeah?
Spoiler.
But then, it goes through the credits and everything. Like, you have to play through the credits, and then it tells you, who else you've played the game with. And then you start back at the beginning screen.
Oh, yeah, because I've heard the co-op where you just, drop in, drop out, right?
Yeah, you don't choose to. It just kind of throws a person in with you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, if you guys are in the same part of progression in the story, it'll just match you two up.
Do you help each other out, or?
Well, you can choose to, or you can just sit around and wait for them to continue on, or you can go ahead and follow.
Well.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. So I ended up being like a white robe when you get the Transcendence trophy. When you get all these little white orbs in the game, you got to collect them all.
Is there a lot of...
Gotta cut it on.
Well, I have a lot of questions. Is that pretty linear? You
It's
just go
linear.
one direction
That
the whole time?
is the right
or-
question.
Well, there's certain parts are open, but you're just trying to collect little things here and there,
Okay.
and then you just go back to there's an end, but you can just sit around on a map. There's 4 or 5 different levels.
They look really good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's really artsy, so it's not incredibly detailed, but it's detailed enough to where it's wow, this is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And there's just these really captivating sceneries. With the sun, and there's a part where you're going down this sand dunes off a mountain, and the way the sun shimmers because it's sunset, and it just throws off this bronze feel, and so everything's just kind of this what's that?
Kind of like a rust color.
Yeah, it's it looks rust,
Or
but
copper.
there's a mode for it on your camera,
Mm-hmm.
I forget what it's called.
Sepia?
Sepia. Or it looks like this really dark sepia tone.
Ah.
And it's beautiful, dude. It looks incredible.
Wow.
And you're you're literally just surfing on sand, and then you're jumping, but the way the camera's panned out, it's just almost this panoramic feel.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the sun, and then the way it hits everything, and everything just looks like bronze and gold. And it just looks really cool, and you just look like this silhouette just running through it all, this sea of just bronze and gold.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so there's cool little visuals like that. It's a very visually appealing game. But I didn't get the fun of it because it was funny. Because when I was done, I was like, okay, so I can't fight the bad guys that are there. You're just avoiding them, and it's almost like you're scared, and then you got to move around them, and it's just kind of tense. And then you go up the mountain at the end, and you just fucking die. And just what the fuck, dude? I was just pissed.
Yeah.
But then I hit start and I decided to play again.
I wanted to feel the pain again.
I don't know what it was, but I was just you know what? I'm going to try because I know that you can play with other people.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see what I can do. So I played through the game again, and it's a little easier because you know what to do, you know what to expect. Mm-hmm. And then you come across other people, and then you're just kind of helping them. So I helped a few people along, a few people helped me, but it's whatever. I'm just exploring because that's what I do in every game is explore. Mm-hmm. So now I'm taking my time in every level, and I'm finding all the cool stuff to make my scarf longer.
Are they impeded by you just exploring and not moving on?
No. If they move on without you, then they just move on without you.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So their game continues.
So they're not waiting for you to get the fuck over there.
Well, sometimes some of them do, but you're not restricted.
But you're not restricted.
Yeah.
Okay,
you can't. Yeah, it's not where like if you're playing a co-op game, like, hey, dude,
Like
I'm over
RE5,
here.
where Chris is waiting for somebody.
Yeah, or like when you're playing the like Modern Warfare co-op, you're like you can only be a certain length away from each other. There's like you're like tethered.
Yeah, it's like an invisible umbilical cord.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
what I was
yeah.
Don't leave me.
Or like this invisible like diameter around you, or
Yeah.
circumference. Yeah, it's not like that. You can still free roam and whatever, but if they move on to the next stage, then you'll probably just encounter someone else until you decide to move on. So I'm just sitting there like on the after you pass the first level, then there's another level where you're trying to break open these ribbons to create a bridge. And at the end of the bridge, you get to progress to the next level. So I collected enough scarf, and I found the white robe, so you get unlimited like scarf power. And what the scarf power is if you get close to ribbons, it powers up your scarf, and you can fly, you can jump, and that's pretty much it. But then it extinguishes, so then you got to find more ribbons to replenish your power. But when you have the white robes, it self-replenishes, so you don't have to worry about that. So I just get this like super long scarf, and I'm just like flying around, and it's fun. And then I hit the ground, and it replenishes, and then I just go and do it all over again. It's just fun. So I had my scarf was long enough, so I didn't have to unlock the ribbons and stuff. I just like jumped up onto the bridges, and then I get on top of like this kind of semi-unreachable spot, and then I just plop down and I sit there with my scarf blowing in the wind. It's like, I feel
pretty
like
cool.
Yeah, it's like cool. Like look, you're just sitting there meditating, and then I'll wait for like someone who seems new to the game or whatever, and they just like and then you can press square, and you're kind of like singing a song.
Did you see this white god sitting on top?
Yeah,
with a scarf blowing in the wind.
And they just press square, and like you're just like instead of talking, you're just throwing out musical notes in the form of like these like cool looking spheres that dissipate. And if you hold it down, then it's like a really long, loud note.
Because like
musical
in-game,
note.
there's like in-game chat or
No. There's no in-game chat.
Okay, that's cool.
It's all like expression.
Oh, that'd be better. That's better
Yeah.
than like having someone like, hey, faggot.
Yeah, you're all meditating. You look like a bitch up there.
Yeah.
It's a game.
Yeah.
my chi is gone.
I think that's a good call.
So during my actually it was like during my fourth playthrough, I finally got the white robe. So it didn't take very long. Because you just got to collect those white orbs that help you extend your scarf. So you find them all throughout the game, and then you get the white robe. So I turned into the white robe, and then I started playing through the game. And then there was a person that I don't know that they needed my help, but I went through a majority of the game with them, and then something happened and they disappeared. I was like, "Where'd you go, buddy?" And then I was like, so I got all sad because like, man, we did like a majority of the game together. Like we got like halfway through, and so I decided to continue on. I got paired up with another person. So I was like, okay, well, I don't know if you're the same person, but I'll help you.
Oh, you can't tell?
Yeah, you can't tell.
Okay.
Well, you kind of can because like the notes you throw out, they're always different symbols. So you just have to recognize the symbol. So at the end of the game, when it tells you the people you played with, it has the symbol that was assigned to them in the game, what it was. So if you remember that, then you're like, oh, that's that person I played with these levels with or whatever. So we ended up finishing the game together, and it was like then the game finally made sense. And I was just like, wow, this game is like remarkable.
Would you say it took you on a journey?
It really did. And after
to
that, I was like, wow, this game is beautiful. It's incredible. I was like, this is definitely one of my top 10 games.
Wow.
Now, on top of that,
Top 10.
with all the stress that compounds in my life, like, it was just soothing. It was just like, it's better, to me it was better than like any prescription drug I could take.
See.
And I'm just sitting there, I just sitting there, and it was the same effect as Flower, which oddly enough, it's that game company. It's the same company that makes Flower, that makes Journey. So, I'm flying around, and, I'm touching the ribbons, and, all this frilly, fruity shit. But to me, it's therapeutic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some people, they'll play Call of Duty or they'll play Battlefield. I play Battlefield, but those games can be frustrating.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to be frustrated sometimes when I play games. I don't want to sit there and play Stardust Memory or Stardust Gundam.
I was thinking the same. I was like, what?
Playing Stardust HD, the little shooter game. It's like Asteroids. It's like 3D Asteroids.
Yeah.
Because when you die in that game, you're just like, damn it, son of a bitch.
No, I understand. Like my go-to game for that exact situation is Pop, the Pop remake, Prince of Persia.
Oh
like
yeah,
that shit is my
yeah.
shit.
It's a lot like that. If you
Like, I get in there, I'm fucking sued. The graphics are fucking vibrant, amazing, cel shaded. The combat system is just all a big fucking dance between you and Elika. Yeah, that shit, and you can't die in that game. That's just like that's how it is. You know, you just you go through, you solve puzzles. It's a platformer. You fight. There's not very monsters. Kind of like Shadow Colossus, where they don't have very many monsters, but when you do, they're fucking awesome. Yeah. Or just like regular monsters you can do badass combos with. So it's like just very therapeutic. Like you get in the end game, there's nobody to fight, there's nothing to do except collect light seeds. So you literally just get into the game, run to a section, and just parkour. Nice. Parkour into happiness, and just do it all day. It's like the world is just your platformer.
And in a sense,
really
without
fun.
the fighting system, that's pretty much Journey in a nutshell. But I highly recommend it. I think it's worth the money.
I think. How much is it?
I think it's $15, but if you got PlayStation Plus, it's like half.
Yay!
So I want to say it's less than 10, if not 10.
Nice. I have to check it out.
Sounds soothing.
Do you recommend it to everybody out there?
I recommend it to everyone out there who, even people that don't play games. I think it's highly therapeutic.
Agamemnon says this will take you on an emotional and therapeutic journey.
So back to the porting. You know,
do you recommend they wear a scarf while they play it? Will that enhance the experience?
I got scarves.
I don't know if it will. It depends, like the temperature in your general area.
What is really cold?
To be hot.
Then you should probably be wearing a scarf anyway, or a blanket at least. Snuggle up. So these games will be porting to PS4, and if you've bought them on the PS3 or the Vita, they will be transferable across all three platforms.
PlayStation's very good about that.
Yeah.
Or
So
Sony.
definitely something
Unlike
cool to look
Xbox.
forward to. And I believe Flower, I don't know if any of the other ones announced are, but I'm positive the Flower is going to be in 60 frames per second in 1080p.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So it's gonna look super good.
Super smooth.
We're gonna have real leaves, guys.
Dude, we need to get a
I've
TV
always
that can
wanted
actually
those.
display that.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah, I want to.
Go play it on the IMAX. Like, oh my god, I feel like I'm in a field.
What do you want to watch? No, I brought my PS3, my PS4. Want to play Flower?
We all need to just like reserve the theater for the day.
Yeah, I would do that if I was working there.
Yeah.
I do a Flower one. I'm gonna play. I hate Flower, but basically, I don't hate Flower. I don't hate Flower at all. Actually,
I'm just allergic to flowers. It just gives me bad vibes.
I think I only made fun of it because it was just a funny thing that me, you, and River City Hobo were just coming up to make fun of Jay for playing.
Yeah.
I really have nothing against it. It's a really good looking game.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
Yep, he's with the flowers now.
In case you guys don't know,
back onto the earth.
In case you listeners feel bad that we say R.I.P., he's not actually. Should we clarify that?
He's
at all?
dead, all right.
Oh, he's dead.
He's dead to us.
So, okay, there you go. Let me clarify that we're just not making fun of a dead person.
We're not?
Well, maybe
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We definitely are.
No, he's not actually dead. He's just missing somewhere out there in the ether.
He's just dead emotionally because he doesn't know how to treat friends. Or if we even are friends, I don't know.
I saw him playing SmackDown the other day on PSN.
Still?
Oh, and Modern Warfare 2.
You tell him he can't see you?
Huh?
Did you say, you can't see me?
Yeah. He's playing, same games he has been playing. Assassin's Creed 2.
Probably because he's broke. Am I being too shallow?
I feel I can taste the venom.
I don't know.
That just pissed me off. Who in their right mind just deletes people off their entire social network just to see if they get noticed?
Oh, and also to clarify, that was
small-
our only line of communication with him. We
Yeah,
had no
because
phone.
he couldn't even pay for his fucking Go phone. So he'd always go cycle through different numbers. So if you call a number that he gave you 2 weeks ago, that number wouldn't be active anymore.
You get a kid named Houston Brown.
Yeah, you get some idiot named Houston.
Holla, 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 holla,
Holla,
holla.
holla, 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 holla,
Oh, man.
holla.
But, that will look fucking awesome in 60 FPS.
Yeah.
So good.
What else we got? What do we got, Prometheus?
Let's see here. Well, going back to Grand Theft Auto Online. Okay, so basically, when it first launched, they had terrible launch problems. The game wouldn't even work. So they were going to give people a stimulus package for the people that started off playing. I guess I don't know what it extends to. I want to say within like the first week maybe, and I think they were going to give people, I want to say, $500,000 of in-game money. However, they're delaying it because I guess they still have more bugs to fix. I guess they don't want to give everyone all the money and then something else screws up. They have to reboot it and you lose everything. So they said, we know many of you are anxiously waiting for us to show you the GTA stimulus package. So I'm going to show you their package.
She didn't even announced it without having it fixed.
Yeah, I guess they anticipated that it was fixed. Like, oh wait, more's broken.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They said, as mentioned in the post, we of course want to ensure that the game progress loss issues are sufficiently sorted before distributing the GTA money to everyone. We have a few more tweaks and fixes to make, and the new title update that will hit sometime next week, and then we can distribute the cash. So if you need that cash money. So I don't know, but it seems like obviously, they still have a lot of more bugs to work out. I think that's kind of the bigger issue than having the money. But I don't know. I'm hoping that the game itself gets better. Like I said, it needs more missions, more just team cooperative play, I think. And even if there's like rivalry stuff, like if you have like clans fighting each other. Mm-hmm. But I think that should be a bigger aspect of the game.
Yeah, like gangs and stuff.
Yeah,
cool.
Exactly. Grove Street, fool. So I don't know. But hopefully they'll get things all together. People will get paid. Team GDP, get that paper. And then GTA Online will be that much more fun. But that's all I have to say about that.
Does it stand for Global Domestic Product?
Yeah, or Gross Domestic Product.
Gross Domestic. I don't know why I say global. Gross.
Ew, your product is gross.
So I know you guys probably don't care, but to me this is great news.
Oh, freaking
you
Knight to Sidonia.
Tales of Symphonia Chronicles coming to PS3 February 25th. I was a huge fan of Tales of Symphonia on the GameCube, and that's really the only Tales epic I ever played.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Just kind of
continue.
Leave me alone.
This is a prequel to Tales from the Crypt.
I heard Tales.
Well, they just came out with Tales of Xillia, which I've kind of been on the fence on trying. I'm waiting so I can actually purchase the Tomb Raider I have rented out on Wednesday, and I'll probably put that on the top of my list to rent just to see how it fares. Because I've never played any of the other Tales series, even though I've been tempted. I just don't think they'll be as good as Symphonia. Because Symphonia was just so much fun. So just hearing that this, and I don't know if it's just going to be like the same game, like remastered or just re-released, or if it's actually like a continuation of the story at hand. So,
are they going to put out the Tales from the Hood DLC?
I guess. So yeah, here it says HD compilation of both Symphonia and Dawn of the New World. It'll be available February 25th. They have a collector's edition of it, which includes a soundtrack that Japan retailers didn't get. Yeah. So.
But don't forget Tales of Xillia.
Tales of Xillia 2 is coming out early next year.
So is it just like an RPG?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, JRPG. So.
Wait.
Heard of it.
So, okay. That's what I was looking for. Chronicles HD compilation. Okay. That's cool. I was wondering if they're just like re-releasing it like in disc form, but that makes sense. I was wondering if it was HD.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
they're usual.
Yeah.
It's a whole new game. It's exactly the same game. But now that's pretty cool. I'm happy that you got your game.
Yeah, thanks.
No problem.
I like your support.
I played the HD Devil May Cry 2 the other day for all of like 2 minutes.
Was it HD?
It was like 20 minutes. I mean, it's smoothed out. It does look pretty good. Devil May Cry 3 definitely benefits most. Looks great. But not that 2 so much. 2 is so bland. Now we go back and play it again. Like the fighting system is still good. Like you have like the awesome fucking roll and the dodge, and you can shoot both the guns without having like a style, and you can shoot the shotgun with the pistol. Mm-hmm. All that stuff is cool. It's just that game is really boring. Devil May Cry 2.
Is it?
Yeah, Devil May Cry 2. It's like the worst of the 3, and I've always liked it like in some way because the fighting system isn't as bad as everybody says it is. At least I don't think so.
Yeah.
But like I've been playing Devil May Cry 3, and I go back to the 2. I was like, oh nope, not gonna play this one anymore. Let's go back. It's got a terrible story. Dante's so bland.
Yeah.
He says nothing cocky in Devil May Cry 2.
Yeah, because I remember when it had come out, that's the only one that I haven't played, and I just remember all the reviews, and they said, because I just remember the environments and all the levels looking so good in the first one, and it said, like, all that was, like, taken out. Like, you know, pretty much, like, the attitude of the game was, like, watered down.
Just fighting a bunch of tanks and spiders all day.
Yeah, I hated the tanks. Those demon tanks.
Tank spiders.
Demon tanks.
Like, there was no difference between tanks and demon tanks. They still shot at you, and that was it.
Oh, man.
Except it had this weird, like, Soul Calibur possession, you know, where, like, Soul Edge was just, like, this huge eye over a blade.
Yeah.
That's literally all the tanks were. It was, like, this weird, like, I don't know, melted Shumagarath with, like, an eyeball on the side or what have you, and just like, oh, I'm going to shoot at you with infinite demon bullets.
Yeah.
And it was
Shooting at
super
you with
fucking
hate.
annoying.
Yeah, 1 is really good, obviously. 1 is fucking awesome. 3 is crazy awesome. I mean, Virgil, Dante, fucking preacher dude, fucking lady, just a whole multitude of fucking Beowulf. A whole bunch of, like, Cerberus. There's a whole bunch of, like, memorable,
Agni and Rudra.
Agni and Rudra, cockiest motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Should we let him in? I don't know. Just the first time we've had guests in years. Like, they're just, like, going a rant. Like, we gotta stop him. And then when he ended up beating Agni and Rudra, they're, like, 2 gatekeepers. So they both have swords. One's wind and one's fire. Have you ever seen Dante with the fire and wind?
Okay.
So yeah, those are 2.
He has them in Marvel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah.
Anytime he does like a fire or wind move, it's Agni and Rudra. So they're entities and they're contained inside these swords. So they have like these like bodies that they use as well, but they're like embedded into swords.
Nice.
So he's playing those 2. He's like, please take us with you. Like after you beat them, like please take us with you. We can be very valuable to you.
Nice.
You're very skilled. He's like, okay, but 1 rule: no talking. They're like, no problem. He's like, because their heads are on the hilts. Like they talk and stuff to him like on that. But he's just like, no talking. They're like, okay. He's just like, hits them together, just like it's just like silent. He's like, that's much better. But yeah, they're like
Which
the
I
fucking
feel
coolest.
like there was more detriment, like more of a.
Yeah, it was more of a gameplay thing.
I wish they would have talked more.
And like
'Cause they
talking
were so
trash while you're
cocky.
playing.
Yeah, like
It's
while you're hitting everybody.
Telling him not to talk
Yeah.
is kind of like the worst part.
Yeah.
It's like, no, but I want to hear more of them.
But
Like,
nobody can talk more than Dante.
Yeah, that's true, but I just feel like the banner would have been there.
No, it definitely would have been there. It reminded me, when I play it, like when you say that, it reminds me of Borderlands 2, where you can get that fucking robot AI, and you put him like.
Claptrap.
No, not Claptrap. It was like a random like quest that you can do. He was like previously one of Handsome Jack's those repair droid things. And you put no, not Claptrap. Just an AI.
Oh.
It's a quest that you do. So you put this AI in like
Borderlands.
In Borderlands 2.
And is that the one where you have to get like human parts for him?
Yeah, well, no, not human parts.
Okay.
You just put them in different stuff. Like first, you put them in one of those big droids.
Oh, yeah,
then you
yeah.
Then he tries to kill you.
He's trying to put you in like in your weapons so he can kill you.
Well, yeah. He keeps trying to kill you.
You sure you don't want him to put you in that death robot?
Yeah. With the
In that
death
death
robot. And he tries to kill you, and then you put him in a stereo, and he tries to kill you with loud music. And then like you ended up just putting him in I put him in a shotgun. And so every time you take him out, he's like you switch to the shotgun. He's like, let's do this.
Nice.
And then you like show he's like kill.
That's awesome.
Every time you're shooting, he's just like, and then you aim down the sight, just like he was like right on target, get him.
Nice.
But that would have been awesome if you had like that into the Agni and Rudra swords. That would have been sweet. That kind of interaction. But to my point, DMC3 is very rich with characters. You know.
Oh yeah.
All very likable. Of course, Virgil, the OP.
Yeah.
Just pimp walking everywhere you go.
Just pimp walking. Foolishness, Dante. Foolishness.
Put the pizza down, Dante.
So what else do we got?
That's all I got.
I was going to briefly talk about the Elder Scrolls Online.
Oh, tell me about the that character customization you're telling me about.
Well, basically, they compared it to. I guess they said one of the better ones had been EVE Online. Yeah, I've never actually played it. Yeah, the funny thing is they mentioned that they're like, yeah, that's one of the best MMO character creators, but you never see your character, so it's kind of pointless. You know, and then they mentioned APB, saying that's like the main redeeming quality about that game. But and then they
remade it.
Yeah, but then they're talking about like GTA Online, which anyone who's played the online, the character creation is pretty garbage.
For GTA Online?
For GTA Online. Yeah, you
I
can't
heard it's very garbage.
Yeah, it's like you have to pick like your grandparents and your parents, and then that like determines your parents.
It's so dumb.
And then for your skill points, like you put like how many hours you sleep and how much time you spend like doing criminal activities and like playing sports. It's just really shitty.
The BioWare games have a very good system. They just don't have like they've never had very many like hair selections.
Yeah.
But as far as what you can edit, like any Dragon Age or Mass Effect, you can always go to town on their freaking facial features and shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, change like the jaw lines, the width stuff. Like I don't fuck with 50% of the shit on there. Like I don't know. Like you like look at it, like I don't know what I'm fucking with right now.
Yeah.
Is his nose going out? I can't tell. I think I put it on default. But I think that was really good. But
but with Elder Scrolls Online, it is really in depth. Pretty much everything you want to change. Like if you want your person to be tall, short, skinny, fat, really in shape, wide jaw, different hairstyles. I mean, especially for an MMO, because it's like I always felt like the graphics in those are kind of like lesser than like most other games because there's so much going on. But it seems like they're really stepping it up. I almost want to say that it's more in depth than Skyrim is as far as the character creation. But it's been a while since I created a character, so I can't
good news
say that.
though.
Yeah.
Skyrim's there definitely. It could improve. It can give you like some more like the basic options, like more like I think any character creation can give you more hair options.
Oh
no matter how
definitely.
many you have, you'd always have more hair options.
Definitely.
Nobody has nailed my curly hair in a video game to fucking date. Just curly hair. It's always got to be a fro.
Yeah.
Or messy, straight messy. Like no, people got regular fucking curly hair. Anyways,
what do you usually go with since they don't have your hairstyle?
I go with the helmet. No, I usually go.
You just solder it to your
I
head,
go with the Lord of the Rings human hair, when everybody has that like shoulder length messy hair. I go with that for like any game. It always fits. Or like comb back,
The Aragorn.
Yeah. That's perfect. That's exactly what I call it.
That's
what you
funny.
should call it is the Aragorn.
Nice.
Yeah, for any game, it's always like the shoulder length, long messy hair, and maybe like a couple like Sephiroth bangs or something if they got it, But I usually just like have it out of the way, just so if I wear a helmet, it'll be like hanging out a little bit.
Yeah.
Or I usually just like I just make the face, just as long as the hair is just not stupid looking, I don't care. I just gave up on looking.
But then it doesn't matter because you actually do use helmets anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Especially in
I remember watching you play Mass Effect and like, why does your dude always have a helmet no matter what he does? Is like. Because he's got a helmet, badass helmet.
Because they don't have my hair.
You don't
damn
like
it.
it? Like, no, I like it. It's cool. It's like I understand if he's in space because it automatically goes to the helmet.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, but you just have the helmet on 24/7.
He's always prepared in case he goes to space.
There could be a break in the hole at any second. I gotta be prepared.
Looking prepared.
He likes to shoot out the windows to release the pressure. So I can breathe.
I feel like a pull Peter Griffin. You guys are all idiots. You know they're in space right now. That should be fucking great.
Nice. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Elder Scrolls Online so much.
I think Okay, I'd say the best one I've seen, actually by a lot, is Dragon's Dogma. Dragon's Dogma is actually really, really good. I didn't even think about it.
Did they have your hair?
You can't. I don't think you can change you can't change the weight
Okay.
or anything like that. So that's definitely an improvement. But they definitely have. Damn, you can always have more hair selections. But they definitely do have a good amount. They have like a lot of like they have like they're really good about having very grounded looking stuff to do. Like very like short hair or like
you can't do pink hair.
A top knot and stuff like that. No, they're very grounded. So I think I like that one the best.
Gotcha.
I don't know if you ever heard of a game called Two Worlds.
No.
It's an RPG. Anyways, it's a game, and that one has a pretty good one. I feel like anybody I made in there looked uber Mexican. They always had because you have like a mustache, and like
somehow they just get a big like pistolero and a curly mustache and a poncho.
I gotta show you, every time I freaking look at one of these dudes, I think of your name is Juan, your name is Carlito,
your name is Pancho.
The palest motherfucker I could put on there, just like fucking white skin. You're just dude.
I don't call you Pablo.
Yeah, you are Pablo.
I'll call you Jesus Soto.
No. But when I try to make myself. They have good hair selections. I'm just thinking out loud now. Sorry.
Yeah.
I just think like all the stuff that has character selections. I think Dragon's Dogma might be my favorite. Dragon's Dogma and Skyrim.
Yeah.
Skyrim still does have a really good one.
Yeah, even though you can't be naked anymore. Oh, Skyrim.
Reminiscent on Daggerfall.
Yeah. Oh, that was my favorite.
Oh, I was going to ask you, which is the one that you could rape and pillage on horseback? That before Skyrim put it in.
That was Daggerfall.
Was it Daggerfall?
Because that was the whole reason why I had abandoned the Elder Scrolls series, because they took out the horses in Morrowind and Oblivion. So I never played those two.
Yeah, I was having this argument with not really an argument because we both didn't remember what the ingredients. R.I.P. But I was saying like, no, Prometheus, like he knows because I remember you saying that that's the one of the main reasons you play the game was to like rape and pillage on horseback. And I forget which one I thought it was like either that or Arena or something, or not Arena, but it was either it was either Daggerfall or Morrowind, yeah.
Yeah, it was Daggerfall, because I didn't really know what to do in the game, so all I would do was go into town, rob everybody, and then kill all the guards, and just ride off into the night.
So good.
Sleep, and do it again. It was so much fun. Oh, man. It's just funny, that's how good Skyrim is, where even now that I have the ability to do that, I didn't. Yeah. I went and did all the quests, because, this is even more fun than pillaging. Yeah. And I could pillage all the people I kill anyway.
That's true, and you can loot everything in Skyrim.
Oh, man.
It's like a dream for you.
Yeah, it is. Now I'm thinking about that. It's like, man.
You can loot corpses you didn't even kill. You just loot burnt corpse? Yes, he has nothing. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, right. I'll just loot his head.
Oh, and a short note before, do you have any, were you expanding on anything?
Oh, no, that's all I had to say.
Short note, I just started playing the Dragonborn DLC. As a PlayStation user, we got everything now.
Oh, finally.
As of yeah. But yeah, I got the Homestead one. I forget what it was called. Was it called Homestead? Whichever one you can make your house.
We'll just call that. I can't remember anymore.
I forget. Or Hearthstone, I think. I think that was it. Anyways, I haven't played much of that. I think I started building a house or whatever. That was pretty cool. But I went to I saw a bunch of my quest line.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know how to do the Dragonborn stuff. Then I saw a quest line that just said Dragonborn. I'm level 15, so I'm like, did we ever have a quest in the original Skyrim called Dragonborn? I don't even remember. So I went to it, and they're get on a boat. I was like, nope, definitely never done this. And so I get on the boat, and they're like, we're going to Morrowind, or an island in Morrowind.
Yeah.
It's basically the Puerto Rico Morrowind. Because you're going to Morrowind, right?
Yeah,
you're in Morrowind territory, but I don't think you're in the thick of it. Because I never played Morrowind, but so I'm probably missing out on a lot of throwbacks. But the whole place looks actually really different from Skyrim. It's got its own kind of aura to it. I mean, that's where all the Dunmer are from, all the basically the lower income elves, I guess I would call them. The black ones, basically, the gray one, the blackish gray ones.
Like the dark elves.
Yeah, the dark elves. Yeah. There you go, perfect. Yeah, the dark elves. They're the Dunmer, and basically that's their territory, right? So you're going through there, really nice people. You get there on the boat, they're like, "Hey, I'm the guy that's come to look after you. What you doing here? What's your business?" And then you just tell them that, then you get off. It's a nice it's really nice atmosphere. But it actually looked a lot different from Skyrim, which is pretty cool. Looks more like it's in an eternal sunset.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. But like I said, you're in an island in Morrowind. Like I said, it was Puerto Rico, but it's really fun. There's a lot to do. And I was there, like I told you earlier, I went there as a level 15. Ended up getting an ebony blade, and that shit is, shit's
sweet.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd be getting it that early. I was expecting level 30. But like I said, it was lower income because a very poor area. All the Dunmer they went through a war with whatever other race. I think it's the reptilian people. I forget what they're called. Yeah. But with them and stuff, so they're all the world is kind of in shambles. Not in shambles, but they're managing, but they're very poor.
Oh, I see.
So they don't really have much. But as far as that goes, I'm playing the quest line. Got new shouts and stuff where you can have the dragon armor.
Nice.
But to put it short, I'm having a lot of fun.
It sounds like a good place to loot.
It definitely there's a shitload of stuff to loot, and you get there's a fucking I don't know if you ever played the College of Winterhold quest line.
Yeah, I think I did finally finish
when you go into that one dungeon where there's that big fucking bone dragon.
Yeah,
that was bad. I saw a big ass bone dragon in there, but it was already dead, or just hanging there. I thought I was gonna find another one. I haven't finished it yet.
Gotcha.
But I'm hoping I get to find another big ass bone dragon.
Did you take its bones? Those are worth a lot.
Oh my god, those bones weigh 50 pounds, man. Take up all my inventory.
Well, that's why she's sworn to carry your burdens.
Yeah, dude. I was at the place I'm at right now, I haven't progressed enough in it to where I have any shops open because everybody's
I see.
To keep out like crazy cultists or something out there. People are concentrating all the energy to create like a barrier for like their houses and shit.
Okay.
So like, there's not much like people are kind of abandoned. Like, I haven't found any shops, which I'm sure we'll get somewhere, but they're always saying like there's like a bunch of scattered village and stuff because like I said, they're all poor and there's like everybody's looking out for themselves. But there's like an area like just like Whiterun, but there's like nobody there except like 3 people. So I'm guessing that's the place. But I haven't got anything, so I have to travel back to Skyrim, then travel all the way back to Whiterun, and then like sell all my shit, and then go back to the boat and go back to. I think I can fast travel back, but it's been pretty fun. I've been going like way back and forth because I killed like 2 dragons, and I have like fucking 150 pounds of dragon bones I can get rid of, like nobody to sell it to.
Oh man!
But other than that, I haven't played Skyrim in a while, so I've just been having a lot of fun for the past day.
Sounds like it. Yeah. Oh man. Now you're making me want to get back into it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Get dragon bones and kill people.
No.
Yeah, just rape people.
Yeah.
I'm a sword spell, so I have spells in one hand sword in the
nice.
other. Yeah, that's pretty
One
fun.
didn't get you, the other will.
I feel sad because I can't just beast people anymore. Like just like a 2-hander across the face.
Oh yeah. Dude, like there was a short time where I actually used the one-handed sword. I'm like, I can't do this.
Yeah. Why are these people doing damage to me? They shouldn't be able to.
Yeah, exactly. How come I had to hit them more than once to kill them? I always just do that stupid spin.
This game is
just
broken.
chop these bastards. Or just like run at them and do like that downward slash.
Oh yeah, just a fucking helmet breaker if I've ever seen one.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
With decapitations and shit.
Oh
yeah.
God.
Great stuff.
All right, we got room for one
One
more
more.
topic.
Alrighty.
Ultra Street Fighter 4's
Ultra.
new offensive and defensive options detailed.
Oh yeah, that's what we need.
Yeah, they're introducing like a.
Another version of Street Fighter
Yeah.
4, Ultra Street Fighter 4.
I was gonna say.
And there's 5 new fighters. They're going to do some gameplay tweaks. That's about all I know so far. But they were just displaying or showcasing a lot of the changes over this past weekend. But what is it? Like there's an Ultra combo double. Or
Yeah.
some shit like that.
Yeah, new option when choosing between your ultras rather than pick one or the other. You get to bring both into a match and activate either as the situation calls for it. So it's kind of like Capcom SNK where you got like all your supers at hand at once, or like any other like Marvel or something.
Yeah.
Got all your supers at hand, or at least 2 at hand. And they also implemented a red focus, which
Ooh.
might be a throwback to like the red parry, third strike.
Trying to style
As
it.
another like defensive, as a defensive or maybe counter attack technique. I think they're still like, forgive me being ignorant to Street Fighter. I never really got into Street Fighter 4, but I do aware like the focus and stuff, how you can use it as like a defensive option or like absorb a hit and use it as a counter option.
Yeah.
When you do like kind of like when Viper does it. If you ever see me doing Marvel vs. Capcom, it's like she takes the damage,
Yeah.
but she just absorbs it and she can hit you. So it's basically like a counter move. That's just what focus is. I'm guessing the red focus is something similar, but with like some pros, at the cost of something else. But I'm not entirely sure, actually.
I was thinking that it was going to be something kind of like Nova and Marvel, where he's got all the red life. They can rebuild after life lost.
He uses his red life.
But you can use it into his specials. So I was thinking like, the red focus attack, when you absorb hits, your life goes down, but it slowly builds back up. But whatever's like that red that's trying to build back up, you can just exchange that for power into a special or something, or a hit.
Well, I know Street Fighter 4 does have the white damage, where it's like you get, like, say, like you do a Hadouken at me, and it does like a certain amount of damage, right?
Yeah.
So that damage will like half of that damage will be like white, and it'll build back up unless you hit me again. Then it'll go down to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's basically like the red life, but it's like immediate though. Like it'll build right back up unless you follow up with something else. So that would be pretty cool. I mean, they're saying like they haven't. I don't think they explored it too much. I haven't caught up like with Maximilian. That's what I usually read or watch for my fighting game news and stuff like that. He's very knowledgeable. But yeah, they're saying that the red focus is more defensive options and ultra combos are more offensive options. But as you know, for any fighting game, it's going to get picked apart and it's going to be used however it's going to be beneficial.
Yeah.
So, but Capcom's doing what they can with whatever, like $50 they got in their pocket. But yeah, it looks interesting. I mean, I've never gotten to Street Fighter 4, obviously, because everybody looks
so many
huge.
versions.
It looks terrible.
Yeah, there's so many versions. Yeah, and I mean, the graphics are really good. It's just the style is really...
Yeah, the character models just look really stupid.
Yeah, they do.
Or at least all the males. All the females look alright, but all the males just look like... They look like these, like...
I think Yun and Yang are probably like the most decently looking males.
They actually look like their characters.
Dudley looks pretty decent, but he looks kind of goofy, too.
So I forget... I was watching Maximilian the other day. He was like his week ofs, you know? And he calls Ken Neck. Because it's just Ken backwards, but he has a huge freaking like mongoloid neck. Every time you hear that, it's just like, what are we gonna pick neck?
Nice.
And he just freaking Ken. He's just like every time he just like, I won because my big neck. And that describes like most of the males in the game. They just got freaking huge burly bodies.
Yeah.
You look at something like Third Strike, or even like Marvel vs. Capcom. Like Ryu looks fucking normal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean that was the most disappointing thing because like I remember. Just go way back when Street Fighter 4 first came out, and they had like that Inkblot trailer, and it looked so pimp. Like, oh my god, the game is gonna look like that. And then you see the graphics, and just like I still have not got over that initial disappointment. I was like, this looks like a piece of shit.
Yeah,
you know.
Some of the characters do look interesting. Like I said, they're gonna. No, like I said, like Capcom said, they're gonna have like 30-something characters. So
yeah, they're releasing 5 more. They've announced 4, and the 5th one's still a
I'm
secret.
just sure that I'm gonna find at least somebody I like. And that's going to make me want to play the game, you know? So I'm going to get it. I think Jury looks really cool. Obviously, she's not a new character, but she's new to Street Fighter from, like... she's, like, new... She was new in Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
She was supposed to be, like, the character that everybody wanted to use when Street Fighter 4 came out. Cool.
Yeah.
But it ended up being C. Viper instead.
No, yeah. Cancels and unblockables and shit.
Yeah. Which I don't know how they didn't see that coming.
I don't know, they didn't see Virgil coming. He's fucking broken beyond fucking relief. Beyond repair. Not beyond repair, they just refuse to repair. Or they don't have the money to repair, or they don't have the rights to repair.
They'll just say, yeah. That's all those, that one. Whichever one makes sense.
You guys gotta buy more DLC, and maybe we'll think about it.
Because everybody puts it like Virgil is like crazy OP because... Ultimate was his first game that he was in. They never had a patch to update him. So this was his first game, so it's not like all the characters from Vanilla Marvel 3 were balanced, you know, for Ultimate.
Yeah.
But Virgil was introduced in Ultimate, and just they never predicted it, and they're just never going to fix him.
Yeah.
Just crazy OP.
He's free to run wild.
And like I was telling you guys earlier when we were playing Third Strike, man, I'm just kind of... I'm going to take a rest from Marvel for a while, just because... Your skill only gets so far. I played online a few times where like I would be blatantly better than somebody. Like not even to toot my own horn. It's just like certain people I play is like I'm so much better, and I'm using like a fucking Wesker, Dante, Virgil team. Like, this team is fucking cheap. I'm playing cheap right now, and like I'll lose to like a combo. And, like Dante, like I mess up one time with Dante, and he goes down because he has no life, and they have fucking like Hulk or Nemesis and shit. It's like. I played Third Strike, just like, well, this is all in my hands. You know?
Yeah,
It's just like these are the choices I make, and like I'm gonna drop one thing, eat like a fireball and a super. I'm not gonna eat my whole fucking life bar.
Yeah.
It's just
no lightning.
Not mad. I'm still gonna watch Marvel all the time because it's entertaining to watch and see other people besides me get blown up. But as far as playing it, I'm just gonna take a little bit of a rest and play some Third Strike. Wait for Ultra. I'm gonna just try to get into Ultra 4, and see how that gets me.
Until Street Fighter 5 comes out in 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm prepping for Street Fighter 5, man. That's what I'm gonna play Ultra for. I'm prepping for Street Fighter 7.
Yeah.
Alpha 6.
Alpha 4, the faded game, finally comes out.
I want them to bring back the Alpha art style. Just anything different.
Alpha. Oh man, yeah. I don't know. I think like even if they did something similar to like Ultimate. Where like if they did like the cell shading, I think that could be cool.
That would be really cool, actually.
Because like the graphics in Ultimate are so beautiful.
Yeah,
and it's just like especially when you go back and you look at like Street Fighter Cross Tekken or Street Fighter 4, they just look like eyesores. It's like okay, now you've shown how beautiful you can make 3D fighters. Like show us this, this whatever the new Street Fighter, whenever they get around to making 5, like 3013. Like that's what I want it to look like.
That's true because Ultimate Marvel displays like. All the iconic characters as they should look. Like there's no like liberties taken or anything like that. It's like this is how this guy looks in this art style.
Yeah.
Like Dante looks exactly like DMC3 Dante with crisp graphics.
Yeah.
Like looks like the fact they get the same voice actors is amazing as well. But like you see Iron Fist, people that you never like not really familiar with, look exactly like they do in their in their world.
Yeah, they did a good job with
they
that.
didn't like go somewhere like, oh, let's give them this, this, and this.
They don't have giant necks.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the alternate costumes are for, But like, yeah, like the way their art style is, like this is a cel shaded, crisp, up to date version of what they look like.
Yeah,
like that's what I was saying. Like Ryu, like, he looks like Ryu. He looks like fucking Ryu in Ultimate,
Yeah.
And you go to like fucking Street Fighter 4, is like, well, this is where he's from.
He's wearing his gi, but I don't know who that guy is.
Ryu's like if you look at if you're new to the fighting game scene, you look at Street Fighter 4 and Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Like, why are there two different Ryus? Well, the Street Fighter 4, well, he's from Street Fighter, so I guess he normally looks like this. No, that doesn't look like a Mongoloid. Go to Third Strike, it looks like that.
Oh man.
Yeah, but yeah, I agree. I think Ultimate, the art style, that would be cool. Is that called like 2.5?
Yeah, it's 2.5D. Well, it's the same thing with Street Fighter 4.
Oh, is that 2.5D? Okay.
Yeah, it's like 3D models, but still moving in like a 2D plane.
2D plane. Makes sense. But yeah, I agree on that. That's all I really got to say about that. I'm going to get into Ultra. Wish they changed the art style. Maybe the 5th character will be Q.
Well, good luck with Ultra.
Thank you, sir.
I watch from a distance. In the past with Third Strike. But yeah, I don't know. You guys got anything else?
I'm good for now.
Well, this is Prometheus.
This is BobbyBeatle.
This is Agamemnon.
And this has been Save File Corrupted.
Hi, this is Jeff from the 12A Podcast. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this show, please make sure to check out more on 4eyeradio.com.